Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about plural endings on words. Remember, plural means when there's more than one of something. So keep that in mind during today's lesson. You should have your reading ELA notebooks out, ready to take notes. And today's date is January 4th, 2021. Okay, and our topic, as I stated before, is plural endings. So go ahead and write these things down in your Reading ELA notebook. You can always pause this video if I'm going too quickly for you. The first ending we know for plurals is just a regular S on the end. So for example, if you have the word dog and you wanted to make it plural, it would become dogs. You would just add an S on the end to make it plural. Another example of that would be cat, and then to make it plural, it would become cats. Another one might be student, and to make it plural, it would become students. So this is the most general ending that we add when we make something a plural. We usually just add an S on the end. However, there are some other rules that we're going to learn today. Instead of just adding an S, sometimes we add an ES on the end. When we add an ES, usually it's when, let's say, for example, if we have the word bus. If we have the word bus, before we add an ending to it, because it already ends in an S, we wouldn't just put bus with an extra S, we would add an ES to make it buses. So I see many buses. Also, the word like house, we see ends in an E already. So really we're just adding an S to it, but houses, we see it has two syllables there. Houses. Same thing with the word like bush. If there was more than one, you would say bushes with an ES. Or bench, we would say benches. We would add the ES instead of just the S. So those are some examples of when we would add ES instead of just an S. Typically, we do that if the word ends with an S, or if the word ends with an SH or a CH, one of those consonant blends that we've learned about before. Okay, the other ending we're going to talk about is when a word ends with a Y, we change the Y to an I and add ES on the end. So I guess we'll make that IES, not U. Whoops. So this applies when our general word, the beginning word, ends with a Y. We would change the Y to an I before adding an ES. So for example, you might say like candy. And if you have one candy, you would say candy. But if you have more than one, we would change the Y to an I and make it and add an ES, candies. Same with party, parties. Same with bunny, bunnies. So you see here, anytime there's a Y, we change it to IES to make it plural. And then our last one we're going to talk about today. Remember, if I'm going too fast, pause the video and you can go back and take these notes. The last one we're going to talk about is we're changing the F to a V and adding ES. So, for example, if a word ends in an F, like the word wolf, to make that plural, we don't just add an S on the end and say wolves, we say wolves. Another one might be shelf becomes shelves. Last one is leaf becomes leaves. So here we see if the word ends in an F, we change it to VES. So the F changes to a V, then we add the ES. Okay, guys, get these notes down.